Hi, my friends. How are you doing? Welcome to my channel, Universal Power Tarot. And these messages are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hello, my friends. How is everyone? I hope you're safe and well, my friends. Let's hop into the tarot for you. If you're new, welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope that whatever you find here helps you bring clarity, helps bring guidance. It's for the highest good of all. And we're working with love and light to expose shadow and to work with shadow. This one, yeah. So your first card out, Pisces, is the Page of Crystals. Interesting card. Very interesting card. This is like a new deck that I've started to work with recently, and I've never had this card out. So some of you may indeed be working with crystals. Of course, it's the Page of Swords, right? And this is someone that could either intentionally or unintentionally, like with a traditional tarot, try to hurt you or other people, just not knowing like the impact, full impact of what they're doing. What I see here, however, is you working with crystals and not exactly being aware of the impact this actually has on the world. It's interesting because in Aquarius, we were talking about, do not give up hope, and keep doing what you're doing. You may not have a teacher at this time that really shows you how you can use this properly, but just know that you're very powerful. You just don't know it yet. See those whirlwinds in the background? It's just like there's something has been stirred up. Something has this one, no, something, excuse me, something has been stirred up, and I believe it has been stirred up by you. And I'm sure you can unstir it. There's some turbulence going on in your life right now. Let me see what else, whatever else wants to come out for Pisces, please. And we'll also draw some cards later that give you more clarity and that give you advice. Seven of Crystals. Wow, there was betrayal. There was definitely betrayal. Now, this is strange because all of a sudden I'm getting like Lemuria, Atlantis, someone taking the crystals out of the earth and stealing them and using them, like misusing them. Huh. This is interesting. Somehow I believe this has to do like with world events that are happening right now. Someone finding those crystals that have been hidden long ago that actually had like really good vibration and is misusing them. And this is affecting us right now. This is affecting us. And either you know this or you have started to work yourself with crystals that are working, you know, to counter whatever is happening over here. Two of Crystals. Interesting. This is so interesting because it looks like you're avoiding making a decision here. Um, Although you have to, or facing the betrayal over here. It really is interesting. It's also like it's justitia. I don't know how you say that in English. Justitia, and she's blindfolded and she has those things in her hands, so the scales basically, and they're weighing the same. So this is also about polarity, about duality, and about how one thing is just and the other thing is unjust. But when you reverse it, what happens then? What is left of it? So this is, you could be getting rather confusing messages yourself, Pisces, with the work that you're doing, or something that you have set in motion is not necessarily making sense, or you don't have all the information that you need to make a certain decision here. Know that it will come to you. You need to sit down. You need to really meditate on whatever else that is going on right now. And it may be time to face this betrayal over here. This card can also be talking about self-betrayal, right? Not really taking whatever is happening or has happened to you and in your life that seriously. And I know the feeling. There's no blame or whatever from my side whatsoever, because I know that. I know how you can run from things because they were so tough that you don't want to look at them, or it's just uncomfortable, and you've done so much work already that you don't want to get into this at all. It's just not the time for you. But something is pressing you to really observe this a bit closer, to observe it a bit closer, and to really, take action. Like once you figured it out, let's pull more cards. But most of these cards, the self. Oh my God, here we go. You've got the mirror. The self. I'll put it right over here. Wow. So all the events that are happening in your life right now, I hope it's not bothering anyone. I can't really see the middle of it. But the self, that's about, the whole situation that was presented to you is really showing you yourself. It's so interesting that, that we were talking about in the beginning, how this channel is for love and light, but then also to expose the shadow, because this is not the usual intro. So this is really to expose some of your own shadow, but not to blame you, not to make you feel bad, but to really integrate it, because we can only heal the world when we heal ourselves. This is the way to do it. You can't force another to do it. So the moment you heal this situation, you automatically also heal this situation over here. And I know this can seem very unjust, because it's like, what the hell, why would I do that? They hurt me, they betrayed me, they whatever they did to you, this was unjust, or maybe felt as unjust, but it's leading you to exactly your position. It brings you back into your power. Let's say this person took away your power because you allowed it. And I'm only saying it that way because that means the power is back with you. Because if they are just taking it and you didn't allow it, then there's no power on your side. But when you say, okay, 50-50, right? 50 them, 50 you, then you can take back 50% of your power. And then you realize, oh, it's actually 100%. I can totally not allow them in my life, for example, or I can totally step out of it and be very powerful. Or if this person has made you feel helpless, and you acknowledge, I allowed this to happen on some level, for whatever reason, especially if when we're children and this happens, then this is a bit more tricky, I feel, because then you have to really talk to your inner child and really see what's going on there. And it's not about, okay, I allowed this to happen, because we as children do that as well, but there are different reasons. It's survival reasons than when we do it when we're adults, right? But nonetheless, it's really time to acknowledge this within yourself. And also, the self card speaks about anything that you encounter in your environment is a direct reflection. So this is too, whenever someone is betraying you, this was also a self betrayal. And I'm saying this with a lot of love. If you're new, please know that I'm coming from a place of love here, and not from a place of judgment at all. Like, I've been through these things numerous times, and I've worked through these, and some of them I still have to work through. And I just want to say, you're not alone in this. This has to do with letting go of something within yourself, with a certain belief system, with a certain way you may be living life or maybe approaching life. And this is ultimately helping not just yourself, but also like the other person or the people in your immediate environment, Pisces. Let me see what else. Oh, yes. And it makes you so abundant. The Empress. I love it. Like, this is the highest card to get, basically. This is about huge femininity. And I immediately want to put this right here. So interesting, because all of a sudden it's no longer a reflection of what's haha. Okay, so you may have felt like life is happening to you and you don't know a way out, Pisces. All of a sudden this shifts for you, because you're facing whatever needs to be faced here, and you immediately, because you've done so much work, you immediately become the Empress here. And this is quite something, because it's gone from 0 to 100 and to above 100 actually. And she's so abundant. She's so connected with nature, with the animal kingdom. And this denotes to like a tremendous power, tremendous abundance. And she is now drawing it to you. You're now drawing it to you, Pisces. You're no longer reflecting, but you're creating. And this is the shift. You're no longer reflecting, you are creating, Pisces. Congratulations. Like, this is quite something, and really amazing. Excuse me, I need to do this. Sorry. This is really amazing. No, yes. So we're continuing to work with the Work Your Light Oracle. Let me give them a shuffle real quick for you here. All right. What else for Pisces, please? What else for Pisces? Uh-huh. Oh my God, you're joking. You have the priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? And that's that. And leadership isn't easy. Leadership has to do with taking responsibility, being the first to go down that road, taking the shovel, really preparing the way for others. That's what you're doing. Oh, wow. This is crazy. We've got a lot of like ancient Egyptian, we've got a lot of pyramid action, portal action. So you may indeed be, working with portals, working with pyramids, and working to clear the energies. And you're helping many. Just know that. If you're not in a leadership position currently, just know that you'll step into one quite naturally. Natural born leader is what I'm getting here for you. Let me see. Oops. Yeah. That leadership thing is not that easy necessarily, but you know this. Like your whole journey has prepared you to this place, to step into this place. Sorry. 46. Here we are. On. The priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually in this thing called life together. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first. In stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture towards forward to. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who is your tribe. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. Oh my goodness, remember we even had the mirror with the self. That is so freaking funny. All right. If you feel called to lead, chances are it's because at some point in your life you long for someone to lead you. Exactly. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same thing as you were and are, and might only be one step behind you. They may even be right alongside you. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up. Embrace your struggles, the peaks, the throughs. You don't need to know the way. Just believe that there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. How are you being called to step up and lead? How can you be the leader you wish you had? These are questions you can reflect on, Pisces. We're definitely going to take this over to Patreon, where we're going to pull more cards for you. It's 11.11 a month for all the healing rituals, for the extendeds that are created within that month and before. And either I'll see you over there, my dear Pisces, or next time. And I hope this was helpful and or insightful. Bye bye.